Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome to my playoff prediction. Guys, this year of 2024 NBA playoffs is going to be insane. And just starting out with looking at the play-in tournament games, they're going to be absolutely incredible, y'all. So I'm going to just be here. I want to give y'all my predictions, and we're going to start with going over the play-in tournaments, then we're going to go into the actual playoffs themselves, and I will even be declaring who I believe will be the 2024 NBA champions. I won't be saying who's finals MVP, because I don't really care to think about that, but I will show y'all who I believe will be the championship. Jeez, I need to learn how to speak. I'll show y'all who the champion is. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so first things first, I do want to tell y'all, sorry if there is some background audio. I do apologize. My upstairs neighbor is doing laundry down here, so, I gotta work with what I gotta work with. I also have some other stuff I gotta get done with school, because I'm in college. That's why I haven't uploaded recently. For probably almost a month I have not uploaded. And I'm sorry for that, but at the same time, I got things that I gotta do, and I have my own priorities I have to take care of, which is college, and it sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the Western Conference play-in tournament, and we're gonna start with the 7th versus 8th seed Pelicans versus Lakers. Now, this could go either way. The Pelicans, they have Brandon Ingram, Zion, CJ McCollum, a lot of offense and defense with Herb Jones, who has improved tremendously from 3 this year, and having Trey Murphy, who's also started to blossom, which is incredible. I do think that the Lakers take the Pelicans in this game. I think they do. That's my opinion. The Lakers, even with LeBron being old, he's still an amazing player. 25, 7, and 8, I believe, is what he averaged this year on 41% from 3. Yeah, sure, it was on low volume, but at the same time, still 41% from 3, best of his career. Now, the Kings versus the Warriors. This is what we saw in the first round in last year? Yeah, it was last year. I do believe that the Kings, I have to say the Kings. I think the Kings will take this game away from the Warriors. The Warriors will lose, and Draymond Green will be traded. That's all I'm going to say on that. And now for the Pelicans versus the Kings. Come on now. It's going to be the Pelicans. I shouldn't speak with that confidence when both of those teams are basically just equal. But then again, they got some injuries going on right now. So I don't know if Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are going to be enough to take down the Pelicans. So yeah, that's the Western Conference. So let's now get into the Eastern Conference. All right, just to note something real quick. I am recording at 2:42 p.m. March 16th, 2024. Just to let all of y'all know, just so it doesn't seem like if I do get these right, I'm not like saying it before it happened. I'm letting you know the exact time I am recording, because I gotta make it valid somehow, right? Bulls versus Hawks. Bulls are winning. That's all I have to say. The Bulls are gonna win. I'm a Bulls fan. I'm gonna be biased towards this. I think we're gonna win. Because that's just who we are. We're really good in the play-in tournament, especially in the first round. And then we always lose. But now Sixers versus Heat. This is so tough. But I do believe the Sixers are going to come out on top, and they are going to beat the Heat. And then the Heat are just going to destroy the Bulls. Jimmy Butler's already hit a game winner on us this year, and it's going to be the Bulls. The Bulls, they're going to get thrown away in the garbage. They're going to get curb stomped. Probably by me. I'm probably going to be the one doing the curb stomping on them, because I'm an angry fan right now with the Bulls. So if y'all want to hear a rant on why the Bulls suck and they need to blow up everything, just comment down below, because I'll be more than happy. I will be ecstatic. I will be so happy to make that video for y'all if you're all interested. So, what's that ringing? I think that's the sponsorship bell. Have you ever thought to yourself that I just possess more money than I can keep up with? Well, allow me to introduce today's sponsor. Give me your social security number and your credit card information. What Give Me Your Social Security Number and Your Credit Card Information allows you to do is manage the money that you just have too much of. In the blink of an eye, all of your money will be shipped off in cargo containers and put into an offshore account where the IRS won't be able to find it, while I turn off my location on every platform and go rogue, just as the Paul and Tate brothers did. Again, thank you to Give Me Your Social Security Number and Your Credit Card Information for the sponsor. Now, let's hop into my playoff predictions. Alright, so we're over here at the Pick'em Bracket Challenge, and I'm going to use this as kind of like a format for my view on who I believe is going to win the championship this year. And the way they have it laid out is that the Western Conference is all on the top, and we scroll down here to the Eastern Conference. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it row by row. They don't even have the Bulls or Hawks in here. Bro, they know they ain't going to win. They know that neither of them are going to make it in there. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're going to start round by round. And yeah, so we're going to start with, I already talked about this earlier, but I do believe that it's going to be either the Pelicans or the Lakers as the 7th and 8th seed. To be honest, I don't know which ones, and thank goodness I don't have to pick on this bracket specifically which one is going to make it as the 7th or 8th seed. So I still do have the Thunder going on, and I'm going to assume the Lakers do win and they become the 7th seed. So I do believe they're going to be versing the Pelicans the first round, and I feel as if the Thunder are going to win in 5 games over the Pelicans, who will, in my opinion, have the 8th seed, unless the Warriors pull out some crazy crap. More than likely can happen. And okay, look over here to the Clippers versus the Mavericks. Now this is going to be a series. I'm going to watch every single game of this series. It is going to be so great, and this is the 3rd time we have seen the Clippers and Mavericks face off with Luka versus Kawhi. And this time, I believe the Mavericks will win in 6 games. And let me tell you why. I believe James Harden is going to completely fall under the pressure, and I think Luka is going to do his thing. But the guy who I think who's going to carry the Mavericks the most is P.J. Washington. You may have expected me to say Dante Exum, but no, I think P.J. Washington is going to be the reason why the Mavericks win in 6. And if I'm right, well then, ha 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 ha. Okay, so we're going over here to the Timberwolves versus the Suns. This is going to be very interesting. I do have the Timberwolves moving on in 6. And the reason being is that the Timberwolves just are kind of great everywhere, whether it be on offense or on defense. They got guards who can score, they got bigs who can score, they got bigs who can defend, and they got guards who can defend. While on the Suns, they just have offense. I do believe it will be going to 6, and I do believe it will be competitive simply because Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant are all 3 amazing scorers who can go off on any night. And we saw that especially when Devin Booker and Chris Paul went to the finals in 2021. Nuggets, and well, they have here Lakers or Pelicans because of course they already assume that this is what's going to happen. Oh no, it loaded in. Look at that. It just needs to load in. Okay, well, they're not being that disrespectful then. So I do believe that this will be the Lakers versus Nuggets, and I'm sorry, but I believe that the Nuggets will win in 5. I feel like the Nuggets are going to win in 5. LeBron's getting old, and he's still amazing, don't get me wrong, but for some reason, just Nuggets playoff basketball is just Jokic going crazy, and Anthony Davis ain't stopping him. We've seen that over multiple times they've faced off. Anthony Davis just cannot hold this man. But yeah, it'll be very interesting. It will be. But now going over here to the Eastern Conference, Celtics, and I do believe, like I said earlier, I do believe that this will be the Miami Heat versus the Celtics. This is gonna be a match, and oh my goodness, this is gonna be a bloodbath because the Celtics are winning in 4. I believe it's gonna be a clean sweep, and the reason being is that this is not the same Celtics of the past. This Celtics team has Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. The Celtics are the favorites to win, and they should win this series in 4. They should. Now moving on over here to the Cavaliers versus the Magic. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful series, and I got it going to 7 with the Cavs winning. Now hear me out. The Cavs went to 6 against the Knicks last year and choked. This is the Magic with a young roster, guys who are just making it to the playoffs for the first time, who could crack under pressure. But I do think Paolo Banchero is going to be the reason why they even make it to 7. And I could be a little ambiguous, and this series could be like 5 or 6 games, but I'm hoping that it goes to 7, and that the Magic are extremely competitive, and that they just prove everybody that they will be contenders for years to come. Now, Bucks versus Pacers. Ooh, this is gonna be beautiful. This is gonna be a super, super good series. This is who should win, and it should be the Bucks and 6. As good as Tyrese Halliburton is, as good as Pascal Siakam is, as good as Miles Turner is, the Bucks should win. This isn't Jimmy Butler. You're not versing Jimmy Butler. You're versing Tyrese Halliburton, who's a better player, but we don't know in the playoffs yet. We don't. We don't know how Miles Turner is going to be in the playoffs. We don't know how good Benedict Mathurin is going to be in the playoffs, how Tyrese Halliburton is going to be. We know how good Pascal Siakam is, but the rest of the guys, are they going to hold up? I believe Tyrese Halliburton will, but I don't know if Benedict Mathurin will. And I don't know if Obi Toppin will hold up in this series. So I got the Bucks in 6. Now, Knicks versus Sixers. I got the Knicks in 6 games. You don't need Julius Randle in order to beat the Sixers. That is my belief. I do believe the Sixers will be bounced out, but they will make it competitive. And I feel like after this year, they're going to be trading just about almost everyone to try to rebuild this team, because Tobias Harris, Mr. Crumble Cookie himself, will be gone after this year when they lose in the first round to the New York Knicks in 6 games. All right, now we're back up here at the Western Conference semifinals. Thunder versus Mavericks. Holy crap. If y'all didn't see recently, the Thunder destroyed the Mavericks. It was over 30 points they destroyed them by. But I don't know if Luka was in that game. I didn't pay attention to it. All I saw that there was like a 50-point deficit at like the third quarter or something stupid like that. You know, but I do think that this is tough, because with the Mavericks versus Thunder, Luka versus Shea, it's just going to come down to the role players. Like, is Chet Holmgren going to help build this series, or is Derek Lively going to come in and help with Daniel Gafford and kind of slow him down? Is Isaiah Joe going to get hot? Is Cason Wallace going to be a lockdown defender? Is Tim Hardaway Jr. going to catch fire? Is Kyrie Irving going to catch fire enough for them to beat the Thunder? And I think so in 7. I think this series will go to 7 games, and this will be a beautiful series. I feel like this is going to be the best series in the entire playoffs this year. That's going to be my opinion. But of course, the playoffs haven't even started yet. The first games of the play-in tournament start today. So, you know. But But now we got Timberwolves versus Nuggets. Ooh, we saw this last year in the first round. Timberwolves lost in 5. I believe they lose in 6. Don't get me wrong, the Timberwolves have improved. Anthony Edwards blossomed into the superstar he knew he would become and who the league knew he would become, and he's not even close to being in his prime yet. I gotta go with the defending champions. The Nikola Jokic is just too good. He's just too good. And Rudy Gobert can get exposed in the playoffs, but they do have a solid defensive team in the league around the defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. So I do believe this will be in 6. And yeah, this is going to be a tough series. This is going to be like a bloodbath series, in my opinion. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Now coming over here to the Celtics versus Cavs. 5 games. 5 games. If you do not defeat the Cavaliers in 5 games, I will be disappointed. I will be disappointed. You have rim defense with Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis to block Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. You have guards who can score and Derek White and Drew Holiday. You have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard. You guys should win in 5 or 6. You know what? Just to be safe, I will say 6 games. But in actuality, no, I'm going to be confident. They should win in 5 games. They should. They should. There should be no reason for you not to win in 5 flippin' games. And if you don't, I will be disappointed. Now with the Bucks versus Knicks, I have the Bucks moving on in 6. Without the presence of Julius Randle, I don't believe that the Knicks I do not believe that the Knicks will have enough firepower in order to beat the Bucks. I just don't. Even though the Bucks have had some struggles defensively, I still just got that. I have that faith in them that they're going to move forward throughout the playoffs. And heck, I could be wrong, right? I am here for criticism. You know, I'm making this just for, you know, for me to be criticized once this is all over. You know, but I do believe that it will be the Celtics versus the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I also believe that it will be the Mavericks versus the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. Now, on to the Western Conference Finals. This is going to be a fun series, and I believe it ends in 6, with the Nuggets moving on. I feel as if there's going to be probably an injury in the second, like in the semifinals to the Mavericks, and I don't think it's going to be Luka or Kyrie. I think it's just going to be like Daniel Gafford gets injured or some crap like that. And I don't think that the Mavericks have enough to take down the Nuggets. I just don't. Now, Celtics versus Bucks. Celtics should win in 6. They should. They should win in 6. If they don't, I will be disappointed. This is the best Celtics team we have seen since their championship year in 2008. Okay, this Celtics team, excuse me, I'm livid if they don't freaking do anything. If they don't look like this, they don't go 4, 5, 6, and then come up here and beat the Nuggets in 6. I don't know what they're doing. Jason Tatum is absolutely just garbage, and I will never trust him ever again. He will be the biggest choke artist in the world if the Celtics do not win the finals this year. Leave a comment down below if y'all agree with me, what differences y'all would have chosen, and yeah, that's the end of the video. Don't yell at me. Peace.